Hello my creative critters and welcome to Sketching with Sarah. I'm Sarah and today I'm very excited to share with you how I made my own DIY stickers at home without a Cricut machine. I've never made stickers before, so this is my first batch ever of stickers, so I'm by no means an expert, but I want to share my journey figuring out what works best for me and the things that I learned along the way so you can make your own stickers at home too. If you've been around my channel, you'll know that I've created these fun little critters that I call fruitles. It's turtles and tortoises, but also part fruit, and I had a lot of fun creating them, and I have a playlist here on YouTube if you want to see me sketch them and color them and come up with them from start to finish. And today I'm going to be turning my apple fruitle into a sticker without a fancy Cricut machine. I'm always going to be adding to this fruitle series because there are a lot of fruits out there and a lot of different types of turtles and tortoises, so there's endless inspiration. Ever since creating this series, I thought it would be so fun to make these into stickers, but I didn't know where to start, and after making a reel on Instagram sharing my fruitles and seeing how well received and how many people enjoy them, I decided to just jump right in and get started. As I was drawing these fruital drawings in my sketchbook themselves, I wasn't really planning for them to be stickers, or I would have spaced them out in my sketchbook. And originally I thought if I was going to make stickers, I would just have to redraw them anyway, but I wanted to see if I could make a more traditional art feeling sticker and less polished and clean designs like what I picture when I think of a sticker design. But anyway, I'm just going to explain what I did, and it's by no means a perfect process, but you gotta start somewhere. I linked the tutorial from Gel Arts here on YouTube that I watched over and over and over again to learn how to make stickers, and I linked that video in the description along with the programs and supplies that I used too, if you want to know exactly what I used in this video. But let's get into it already. So first I started by scanning my original drawings from my sketchbook with my scanner and bringing that scan into Procreate on my iPad Pro to start cleaning up the design a little bit. Also, fun fact, there was a dog hair that made it into the scan of this drawing, and I was just too lazy to rescan it, so I tried to hide it digitally, which honestly probably took me longer than just rescanning it. But anyway, I used a textured, I think it's the charcoal brush, to kind of correct some areas here and there. I really wanted to be very minimal with this though. I wanted the traditional colored pencil watercolor feel to still shine through. So I was very strategic on what I decided to work on. Then I used a hard brush in pure white, and I think it's in the inking section of Procreate's built-in brushes. I think it's called Syrup, and I just modified it a little bit to my liking. And I used that to get really close to the line art around my fruital design so it has a nice clean background. And also that way I could control the edges a little bit more so it's not too sketchy. One of my favorite parts of my digital art process is cleaning up because I can just zone out and all of the work is already there. I just need to clean it up. And it doesn't take much brain power. And I spent some time creating a buffer around the design where there would be white to cut around the sticker. I didn't really follow these lines when it came down to cutting them at the end, but it was pretty helpful to have these buffers for when I was arranging them onto a sheet to print a bunch of them. Once I was happy with the shape of the buffer, I saved it as a transparent PNG and brought it into Photoshop to arrange them on an 8.5 by 11 sheet. The sticker paper that I'm using, which is linked below in my description if you're interested, is an 8.5 by 11 sheet of sticker paper, so I made sure to set the dimensions for the Photoshop document to that so I could work with it in its real size. Then I just started arranging them and duplicating my little apple fruitle so that they were all the same size, and I tried to fit as many as I could on one sheet to maximize how many stickers that I could get out of a sheet, and that means flipping some upside down into their side, and I did a lot of tweaking before I was happy with the layout. Also during this step, keep in mind how big you want your sticker to be. A tip that I took away from Gel Art's How to Make Stickers video was to print out a few of the sticker designs on one sheet in different sizes and print it to like 20% opacity, so you're not using as much ink, just to get a feel for the size that it will print. For me, I just kind of used the ruler feature on Photoshop and then a ruler in real life to kind of imagine what the sizing would be. But if you like to see things more physically, and especially if your design is really detailed and you want to make sure that those tiny details show nicely and it's not too small, then doing a test print can be very helpful. But I just decided to go for it and printed a whole sheet. I also bought these little Ziploc baggies so that I could eventually sell sticker packs of different Fruitles in one pack, and I wanted to keep the dimensions of that bag in mind so the sticker would fit inside it comfortably. I am excited to work on the rest of the Fruitles to make these packs because in the same video I've been talking about, Gel Art shows how she makes her sticker packs in the video that I linked. And I think it's such a cute way to package stickers, and I can't wait to design my own header and start selling little Fruitles salad bundles. Once I created the layout of all of the stickers on my page, I made sure that my file in Photoshop was set as CMYK colors instead of RGB because CMYK is the color space that printers can print with. RGB is more of an infinite color space that a screen or a monitor can produce, which is a lot more than what a printer can create. If you guys want a more detailed tutorial on settings that I used to make sure my stickers and art prints come out with the right colors, I'd be happy to make that video if you want a more step-by-step tutorial. But for now, in general, I just made sure my file was in CMYK, and I color corrected here and there in my printer settings until the preview was to my liking. You can always print a test sheet with 1 or 2 sticker designs on it just to test the colors. That way you're not using a whole sheet or as much ink, because ink can get expensive. So then I loaded the sticker paper into my printer and pulled the trigger and hit print, and then it was up to the printer. It was so fun to watch it come out of the printer, and the whole process was just so exciting, and seeing these little apple Fruitle armies made me very happy. It's so cool to see something that was just a silly little idea in my sketchbook become a sticker in real life. I just think it's really cool. So once the sheet printed out, I took it out of the printer, and I will say that the sticker paper I printed them on is kind of thin and floppy, but it is vinyl sticker paper, so it won't tear as easy, but it is on the thin side, so I would recommend looking for a thicker sticker paper if you want a more solid feel. That being said, this is still really good quality sticker paper, and for my first sticker sheet, I am very happy with it, and I can't wait to see what you guys think. The next step is to just cut them all out. I have a pretty large pair of scissors, so it was kind of hard to be super detailed with the cutting, but it did the job, and I had to put my first sticker in my sketchbook, and it was pretty easy to peel the backing off, and once it was on my sketchbook, it didn't come off. It didn't rub off or anything, and it did what stickers do. So now I just have to cut out all of the other ones, and when you're watching this, I have actually already cut them all, and these will be available in my website shop once I make more of the designs into stickers. For now, if you want to snag one of these apple Fruitles from this first batch, DM me on Instagram, and I'll even sign it if you want. Just shoot me a message on there. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed watching my process creating my own DIY stickers at home without a Cricut machine. It's not a perfect process, and it's a lot of work, especially cutting all of them, but I think it's worth it, and it's really rewarding to see your art come to life like this. Don't forget to leave this video a like if you liked it, and subscribe for more art and animal-related content. If you made it this far, what Fruitle do you want to see as a sticker next? And what combo of them should I sell as a sticker pack? I think I'm gonna maybe do a mixed berry pack and a tropical tortoise pack, maybe like a dessert pack with some other chocolate-covered Fruitles. I'd love to know what you think. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay creative, and I will see you in next Friday's video.